Well, okay. Shalom, shalom, shalom to everyone out there. Shalom. Preferably Yisrael or Israel or Yasharal or Yashar Allah, wherever you choose to use, right? It's to the people out there. Okay. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Hopefully everyone's having a lovely, lovely day thus far, wherever you're at in the world. As you can see, I am. It's nice, beautiful, sunny day today. Nice breeze today. You can see the trees swaying. Okay, so the purpose of this video here, it's going to be one of those quick freestyle impromptu videos. All right. Hopefully I have enough space on my camera because I got a lot of videos on here that probably took up the space. So I'm not too sure if it's going to cut off mid-video or what. Hopefully that it doesn't, but I'm going to try to make it quick, right? So what I want to do with this video here is sort of mimic or duplicate a video that I've seen a few years back, right? Now, I'm not too sure who the elder was. I'm not sure what part of a camp he was a part of, all right? But I do know that he was an elder. He was definitely 50 plus. And I would like to believe that he was in Florida. I think he was in Florida, right? Not really too sure what part. Could have been Tampa, could have been Jacksonville. Not really too sure what part it was. But this video was definitely created by him pre-pandemic. Or I should say pre-pandemic. All right. So I seen this video back like in 2000 and I would like to believe 2017, 2016, right? And it was actually a good video. And the concept of his video was about how Israel is a fence. Now, I would like to add this in there too. Hopefully that he will come across this video. I'm pretty sure he don't know who I am. And as I said before, I'm not really too sure who he was. But he was definitely a part of a camp, and I think his camp is Florida based. Hopefully everything is still right with the elder. And his video that I've seen, it made a lot of sense the way he was breaking it down. Now, like I said, this video was made pre-pandemic, so I'm not going to remember all the exact words that he was saying in the video, but I do remember the concept and the ideal of the video, and I'm going to try to put this in this video. This, like I said, this is impromptu, this is freestyle, just something I thought about when I seen this fence, right? And I said, this would be the perfect fence to use in doing this video. Although his fence wasn't like this right here, his fence was a metal fence. Okay, looked like it was a fence around the house or something. This fence right here is more so like a neighborhood separating fence, I guess you could call it. I'm not too sure. Although it's all the same neighborhood, but the realtor company owns both sides. So it's really the same neighborhood. All right, so I digress from that. So getting to the video, the purpose of the video, I want you to picture Yasharal as a fence, right? Okay, that's the concept of the video. Now, the purpose of a fence is to keep out intruders, okay? Keep out robbers, keep out all sorts of wild animals, creepy things, right? Like snakes, okay? You got your raccoons, you got your foxes, you got a lot of things that a fence is purposely built to keep out, right? And as you can see, this is pretty tall. I'm 6'1", give or take, right? So this fence right here got to be at least, if I walk up on this fence, it's still taller than me. Oh, I can see a gecko. I think you can see it, right? So this fence got to be at least, I give it 6'4", 6'5" in some areas, right? give or take. So that's the purpose of a fence, to keep out intruders, keep out wild animals, creepy things, anything that can be a harm to you, right? So they got to picture what Israel was, okay? Israel, we're keepers of the gate of righteousness, all right? So this is how you picture Israel. We are a fence between righteousness and unrighteousness, right? On the other side there, you have unrighteousness. On this side here is righteousness, okay? So this, what was Israel's job, you know, from the beginning, initially, was to be keepers of the gate, all right? So when you look at the bottom of this fence here, as you see over time, it's, I guess, from rains, floods, you know, hard winds, it sort of blew the bottom from the fence, right? Now, I'm pretty sure during the beginning when this fence was built, let me walk down here. When this fence was built, it was like this, okay? Firmly placed on the ground, right? So when you look at the bottom of this fence here, you can't see anything that's open, right? So nothing can get in. No intruders, no raccoons, no snakes, none of that, right? None of that stuff can get in. So that's how Israel was initially in the beginning, right? As keepers of the gate, is how we were. We was a tight-knit, close nation. And I'm talking about all the tribes, not just one tribe, right? I'm talking about all of the 12 tribes. All right. We was very close, very tight knit. We kept all of the laws of the Most High. We obeyed the Most High. We kept sin out. Now, in this sense right here, the sin is your robbers, your creepy crawlers, your slithering snakes, your foxes, your raccoons, your coyotes, anything, right, that can bring a harm to you. All right. So that's what Israel did. We kept all of the sins out. We kept all of the false doctrines. Okay, all of the devilish nations out, the other nations of the world. You know, mainly the Canaanites. Those are the devils of the world. So this is the reason why he was cursed when he came out of his mother's womb. Which is a descendant of Ham, by the way. All right. So this is what we did. We kept all of the nations out. We kept all of the false doctrines out, all of the lying wonders and what have you, right? And Israel was a strong nation when we did that. When we obeyed the Most High, we stayed firmly on ground, just like that, right? So as you can see here, this is a little breach in the fence, all right? So, of course, over time, sin crept into Israel, right? And it gave us a little breach, as you can see here. Now, I'm not really too sure what happened here. I think the storm that just recently passed did this right here. Maybe a branch from one of these trees fell on it. I'm not too sure. So over time, when sin started to breach the walls of Yasharallah, this is what happens. Okay? So this right here, if this fence was to fall in real time here, then Israel would be open to all sorts of intruders. The Canaanites, all of the families of them, the Ishmaelites, the Edomites, the Ammonites, all of the nations that hate Israel, right? But good enough, Israel kept strong, right? So it was a breach a little bit. However, Israel still firmly stayed grounded in the laws of the Most High, right? As you can see there, there's no breakings in the ground. Okay? So yeah, we got breached a little bit, but Israel they held firm. They stayed in the laws of the Most High. They stayed grounded. and we got those intruders out of there. Okay, we recognized who the snakes was within our nation. We got them back out of there. So what happens after that? As you can see, this wall here, we went back strong again. All right. So this is how we supposed to be. Yasharallah, we supposed to be strong. We supposed to be a close-knit nation. We're not supposed to let sin creep in. Okay. So this is how we were. Now, around this fence here, oh, there's that gecko. There's the gecko that I'm talking about. Right? Some people call it lizard. Oh, it's two of them, actually. Hey, little guy. They're the wonderful creations of the Most High, right? So, I guess in real time, they couldn't go in front of the tree or in back of the tree. I guess they just decided to go right around it or above it or whatever. I don't know. But, yeah, that's pretty bad execution there. All right, so like I was saying, after the breach, Israel stayed strong, right? Got a lot of miscellaneous branches here. I'm going to try to step over these things. Israel stayed strong. We stayed firmly on the ground. We stayed grounded in the Most High, right? And we stayed strong, okay, over the years. After we recognized, all of the sins that were starting to creep back into Israel, right? So we stayed strong over the years, which is a good thing. And this is how the Most High will keep us. You see how firm this fence is right here? All right. It's very firm. Okay. So this is how we are, or this is how we can be if we stay planted and rooted in the Most High, right? This is how things are supposed to be for us. Okay. We don't have to worry about any intruders creeping in, any robbers, any stealers, any murderers, any false doctrines that's going to throw us off course. All of these things the Most High will keep us from if we stay grounded in His laws, statutes, commandments, man. I mean, you can see the evidence itself. It's apparent, when the Most High's children or His people go astray from His laws, statutes, commandments. You see what happened to us, okay? We get murdered, all right? We get led astray, okay? We get mocked, ridiculed, made fun